Hi, good morning all. My name is Yap Rongwen, metric number 292495. So, today I'm going to talk about the topic regarding the factors influencing the instant food consumption among UUM students. Chapter 1 Introduction. For the problem statement, the instant food consumption is rising among the students due to the convenience, the taste, and the low cost, even their health risks. The price, the income, and the convenience strongly influence the demand, but Malaysian studies rarely explore these factors. So, this study examines how these factors affect the instant food consumption among UUM students. Next, there are three research questions. Firstly, do gender differences influence the income factor, price factor, and convenience factor for demand for instant food among UUM students? Secondly, do differences in the primary source of income influence the income factor, price factor, and convenience factor for demand for instant food among UUM students? Lastly, do income factor, price factor, and convenience factor have a significant relationship with demand for instant food among UUM students? Next, there are three research objectives. Firstly, to examine whether gender differences influence the income factor, price factor, and convenience factor for demand for instant food among UUM students. Secondly, to examine whether the primary source of income influences the income factor, price factor, and convenience factor for demand for instant food among UUM students. Lastly, to examine the relationship between income factor, price factor, and convenience factor with the demand for instant food among UUM students. Now, we proceed to Chapter 2, Literature Review. Firstly, the theoretical review for the theory of income factor. So, when the people's income increases, they can afford more instant food, so the demand increases. The higher income boosts the purchasing power, following the income effect in economics. Next, the theory of price factor. It means that when the price of instant food rises, the demand usually decreases because the consumers may switch to cheaper alternatives. Conversely, when the price drops, the demand increases as more people find it affordable, so they will buy it. Lastly, the theory of convenience factor. So, when the convenience increases, which means easy to buy or quick to prepare, the demand for the instant food rises. So the consumers prefer the products that save time and effort. This is especially true for the students with busy schedules and limited cooking facilities. So easy access through the campus outlets and online delivery further increases the consumptions. Next, for the empirical review, the income factor. According to Chai and Chia 2024, the university students with higher personal income show more frequent and diverse instant food consumption. Next, price factor. According to Bazra et al. 2021, the price was a motivating factor in the selection of ready-to-eat foods among the students. So, the cheaper the food, the greater the frequency of purchase it. So, it is especially for those working within restricted budgets. Lastly, the convenience factor. According to ACTA et al. 2024, the convenience in the form of time saving and ease of purchase was continuously chosen by the students for selecting the instant and also junk foods. Chapter 3 Research Method. For the research design, firstly, type of study. This study used a systematic data collection and statistical analysis to examine the relationships between the variables. Source of data. This study used primary data collected from HEA UUM before starting the question A. Unit of analysis. The unit of analysis for this study is the individual student. The research focuses on students at UUM from various colleges. The data are analyzed at the individual level using the information on income and related factors to understand the factors influencing their demand for the instant food. Next, for the population rate, the population of students are 19686, including 10572 students from COB, 1015 from CAS, and 4099 from colleges. Lastly, data collection procedure. The study used a structure question A to collect the data from UUM students in COB, CAS, and COGIS. The question A where Google Forms was used and shared online through the WhatsApp. So, the students took about 3 to 5 minutes to complete it. The data collection lasted for 2 weeks, which depended on students' responses. Next, chapter 4, data analyzing and finding, hypothesis testing. Firstly, the independent sympathy test between the gender and income factor. So, the p-value for the income factor is 0.996, which is more than the significance level 0.05. So, the conclusion is there is no significant difference between male and female respondents for demand for instant food among UM students. So, the hypothesis HO not rejected. Independent sympathy test between gender and price factor. P-value is 0.508 more than significance level 0.05. So, no significant difference between male and female respondents for demand for instant food among UUM students. Hypothesis HO not rejected. Independent sympathy test between gender and convenience factor. The p-value is 0.59 more than significance level 0.05. So, no significant difference between male and female respondents for demand for instant food among UUM students. The hypothesis HO not rejected. Next, results of one-way ANOVA of income factor among primary source of financial support. The p-value is less than 0.01, so there is significant difference between primary source of financial support in income factor for demand for instant food among UUM students. The hypothesis HO rejected. The result of one-way ANOVA of price factor among primary source of financial support. The p-value is less than 0.01, so there is significant difference between primary source of financial support in income factor for demand for instant food among UUM students. The hypothesis HO rejected. Result of one-way ANOVA of convenience factor among primary source of financial support. The p-value is 0.339, which is more than 0.05 for the significance level. So, there is no significant difference between primary source of financial support in income factor for demand for instant food among UUM students. Hypothesis HO rejected. Multiple regression analysis. For the model we use, Y represent demand for instant food, beta 0 intercept, S1, S2, S3 represent income factor, price factor, and convenience factor. Beta 1, beta 2, beta 3 represent the coefficients of the independent variable, and the E represent the error term. Next, the p-value for the income factor is 0, which is less than the significant level 0.05. So, it is not statistically significant. The income does not significantly influence the demand for the instant food. For the price factor, the p-value is 0.741, which is more than the significant level 0.05. So, it is statistically significant. The price has a strong positive influence on the demand for the instant food. Lastly, the convenience factor. The p-value is 0.000011, which is less than the significant level 0.05. So, the convenience does not significantly influence the demand for the instant food. In conclusion, this study successfully achieved the research objectives. It examined the relationship between demand for instant food among UM students and income factor, price factor, and convenience factor. The analysis used independent sample tests, one-way ANOVA, and multiple regression. The findings show that the income factor, price factor, and convenience factor significantly influence the instant food consumption. These results provide useful insights for universities to better meet students' preferences on the campus. That's all from me. Thank you.